All right, so what's up, everybody? Joe Sylvester here, driver of the number 8 high octane coffee FK Rod Ends Amsoil sprint car. Also monster truck driver, coffee roaster, I guess jack of all trades, ace of none, they say. 16 races for the season. Had some great sponsors involved, great marketing partners. Couldn't do it without them. If it wasn't for them, I'd be lucky to be even racing RC cars. Major crash midway through the season. My rookie season behind the wheel of a full-size sprint car, as most of you know. Had a lot of great help. FK Rod Ends always standing behind us. They've been with me pretty much since day one when I started racing monster trucks at 22 years old. I've never had any other rod ends on my vehicles, and I never will as far as I'm concerned. They're such an awesome company, American-made products, and believe me, when you're flying through the air in a monster truck or ripping around a dirt track in a sprint car at 120 miles an hour, inches away off the wall, parts failure is not much of an option, especially Heim joints on your suspension components. So I like to thank FK not only for being such a great supporter of Joe Sylvester Motorsports for so many years, but also for keeping my race vehicles in one piece and keeping me in one piece. 4x4s Unlimited Trucking came on board. They wanted to be on a car, help us out, help us get back on track for the rest of the season. Got us a fresh 2017 XXX chassis. It was really awesome them to come step up to the plate and help us finish out the season. That also being said, ISP seats. I can't say enough about Chris and the whole crew over there at ISP Seats. I tell everybody that he's the whole reason that I can even still walk. Some of the crashes that I've taken in a monster truck, late model, this year in a sprint car. I've had some pretty wicked stuff happen. And if it wasn't for my safety equipment like from Pyrotech and my seat from ISP, there's no way in hell I'd even be able to walk. I've got an ISP seat for everything that I race. Amsoil, big partner of Joe Sylvester Motorsports this year as well as the past couple of years, supplying us with some of the best synthetics in the world to keep this race car on the track week in and week out. I run it in everything from my personal vehicle to my tractor. Miracle Wash is awesome for the dirt track. The car is a little bit dirty, you want to make it look good, got to keep the sponsors happy. That Miracle Wash is awesome. You don't need water, just spray it on and wipe it off. So it's really awesome stuff. Bob and Chuck Eddy for hooking me up with a badass Dodge, or Ram I should say, Ram truck. You can't miss it. Bright ignition orange, Moto Metal wheels on it, wicked suspension, Nitto tires. Thing looks awesome everywhere it goes, turns heads, and also pulls my race trailer to the track every single week. In style, I might add. And for all those great people, we would never be able to go and do this. I'd be lucky if I could even race RC cars. So thanks again. This season at Mercer, we did Summit PPMS, Summit Lernerville, race Sharon a couple of times. Some of the season was wingless. We ran a couple of shows with Boss, had a lot of fun. I love the danger factor, as if sprint cars aren't quite dangerous enough, let's take the wings off of them and make them a little more dangerous yet. And for some reason that makes me really excited. So even more so once I actually got the chance to go out there and do some wingless races with Boss. Had a really good time and actually had some pretty good results too, considering the fact that they were all running 410 motors and we had a little 305. We ran pretty solid, had a lot of fun. Other companies, Quaker Steak and Lube, SCS Gearbox, Pyrotech, those guys, awesome for being on board with us this year. 2018 plans, obviously we have 2 cars we're putting together, one wingless, one wing car, upgrading the 410 motor for next season, so that's also exciting. It'll be my first season with that. Half a season we're going to be running non-wing, half a season we'll be running wing. Again, fairly close to home. Got close to winning a couple of times. Best finish of the season was 3rd. A lot of talented drivers where we're at. Western PA, Eastern Ohio. There's so many great drivers here. I learned a ton this year racing with these guys. Really looking forward to kind of taking that momentum on into next year. So again, halfway through the season, we had a pretty nasty crash. Just one of those racing incidents, and crashed into somebody that was not under power on the track. Hit the car and flipped, I don't know, 3-4 times, and totally destroyed the car. Maxim chassis was pretty much junk. Wrecked a lot of parts. But once again, thanks to Pyrotech ISP, I walked away not really hurt, but just really pissed off. Redbeard Composites, kind of a relatively new company. Dude hooked me up on Instagram, and I make some really awesome carbon fiber components for sprint cars. So check him out. For Igola Fuel Systems, I use all their fuel system products, their ends, their lines. JS Interior Innovations, Lincoln Welders, again, a longtime partner of Sylvester Motorsports. I have a full fabrication shop here. I did obviously a lot more fabrication when I was doing monster trucks, but with the sprint car stuff, we started messing around, building some of our own parts, repairing some things. I got some updates to the chassis I'm going to do for next year, some halo bars and things like that for running wingless. So Lincoln, once again, keeping us on top with being able to make some of our own parts. NGK spark plugs, another longtime partner of Sylvester Motorsports. Pro Eagle jacks, really trick aluminum jack that we use at the racetrack. And local sponsor Baker's Golden Dairy, really cool family. Local dairy farm produces all the dairy products for my coffee shop, our ice cream, our milk, and it's really cool to work with them and promote them. They're a really, really cool family, awesome farm that they have right down the road, so it was cool to promote them this year as well. One of the biggest thanks I have to give is to my girlfriend Gabby. She was the only person that came to every single race for me this year. She would not miss a race, draw good nights or bad nights. She was there, she saw it all, and she's still here. So my hat's off to her. She's seen the good side of me, she's seen the worst side of me, and she was there through it all. Can't thank her enough for her dedication to my passion. It's been really, really cool, and it's been a fun journey for the season with her. Looking forward to a lot more next year. So leading into 2018, we should be racing at least every single weekend starting in the spring. We'll have a second car being put together, one that's going to stay a wing car, one that's going to stay a non-wing car. The wing car will have a 410 motor in it. Not quite sure what we're going to run in the non-wing car yet. Might be a 305, might be another 410. Not really sure yet. It's going to kind of depend on what the budget's looking like for next year, and what kind of motor we can come up with. So half the season will be wing, half the season will be non-wing. What's really cool for next year is Deerfield, right down the track, Deerfield Speedway, new owners, new track design. They're running us 12 races next year wingless, so that's really, really cool. It's 15 minutes from my shop. We're piggybacking, again, some marketing with High Octane Coffee and Deerfield Speedway. We'll actually be the presenting sponsor of the Topless Sprint Car Series at Deerfield, so that's really exciting. It's cool to be able to go race close to home and be able to come home at a reasonable time after the races. So we'll see how things go this season. We've got a great car, so that's definitely not an excuse. I'm sure we'll have a solid motor program for next year. It's all going to be up to me as far as how my skills develop behind the wheel of a Wing 410 car. Everybody that's supported me through the years, whether it's been off-road racing, monster trucks, karting, maybe from my motocross days when I was a teenager. I know there's some of you guys out there to, follow me from day one, no matter what it is that I race, because God knows I've raced just about everything with wheels. I'm appreciative of you guys. You guys come into the coffee shop and hang out and talk to me, and we reminisce about old monster truck stuff, and new fans with sprint cars and dirt track. It's really cool. I'm super appreciative of that. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't even be able to go out there and race. So thanks again. Follow us on social media, Sylvester 8 on everything, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Chuck DeSantis, Low Life Gang for putting together some sweet videos for us. Hopefully next year we'll be able to get them involved a little bit more, come out to the track some more, do some more cool stuff with the coffee shop, get some behind the scenes stuff, some lifestyle stuff, keep some things interesting for you guys for next year, a little bit more insight into my day-to-day crazy ass life that I lead. So thanks again, everybody. Thanks to the marketing partners. Can't wait for 2018, and we'll see you guys next year.